Yes. Yes, Cage Farms. Right now we are taking our goats to go and graze. Derek, first come and get the So the kids are not supposed to go out with the goats. They're supposed to stay in here and wait for their mothers to come. But this one I think should you carry the camera. Hey, this man. Hey, this one's a kakata. You put it there. The kids are not supposed to go out. Only the bigger goats. These ones are not supposed to go out. Son, I pass in my legs. It's so sneaky. So the other ones have to go and eat because they have been hungry. I saw the way they are looking at me. I started becoming looking like food to them. These ones are making noise. There's only one remaining. So first pull and I open for it. But there, Zoe Gures. This one is stepping on the Kayanga one. Murge. So these older ones, all right, now you can close. So right now you can show the kids here. You put it in one place. Put it in one like this, then you move like this. All right, so those are the kids that have remained behind. Right now, I'm clear, not blur. All right, so what I wanted to talk about is the goat structure. Yes, I explained I explained last time about building your structure, but I also want to explain it more today because I would want you to understand these things, because most of us are beginners, most of farmers who are beginners. I'm speaking for myself. If you're in my group, that's nice. Most of my beginners, we always don't have enough income to buy goats and also build houses, goat houses. So most videos I see when I was starting to research about goats, I used to see raised houses and they used to put like a bid of 24 million, and I'm like, now how will I start with 24 million building a goat house? Then what will I use to get my goats? So until I landed on a legendary man called Hamish, is the one who showed me the way to build this goat house. So as you can see, that place where the goat kids are is called the containing area, or it's called it's called the containing area. This is where we spray from when we want to spray goats every weekend. Every weekend we spray our goats from there, and our kids are sprayed from their kids' pen. So also this containing area can be an area where you put your goats when they first come in your house, or when they first come, those new stocks, you put them there, you spray them, you inject them, you check them and everything. You can do it from there because it's the right place to do it from. Then after you can release them to go and be in the other places. So this is the containing area. Just one door. Just make sure it's in the corner, because when it's in the corner, it's easier for the goats to enter from the corner. You understand? One person can chase all the goats and enter inside here. So this is our containing area. So let's go to another. These are our feeding troughs. As you can see, we have some silage in here. It smells nice, you understand? The silage smells nice. Your silage should smell nice, because if it doesn't smell nice, it means it got rotten. Decaying took place. It smells like booze. Yeah, and it smells nice. So our goats have been feeding on these ones since morning. Then after they will be they were taken. So this is the feeding troughs. You can put these ones that prevent rain, because these ones that prevent rain from falling. These ones, these ones here, that prevent rain from falling into our feeds. Like from now, the rain was falling before this minute. Rain was falling, and as you can see on the ground, it's kind of wet. But the feeds are okay; they are still dry, and the goats can come and feed on this silage when they come back. So also this gauge, this gauge here, this wire, is it wire mesh? I've forgotten the name. But as you can see, it's surrounding our exercising area. I used three rolls. It was 14 gauge. Yeah, 14 gauge. It was around, I think, around 150,000 Ugandan shillings. I used 3. One roll took over the whole house. 1 roll and a half took over the whole house, the goat house and a half. And another roll, we used it in the exercising area. So the exercising area has to be more than the size of our goat house. If your goat house like mine is 15 feet by 40 feet, it means my exercising area has to be twice the house. So it has to be like 30 feet and above. I don't know if you're understanding me. Our house is around, the height is around 15 feet, length is 40 feet, width, I think I was supposed to say width is around 15 feet. So exercising area has to be double that. Make sure you understand that our exercising area has to be double our house or more. That's what you have to make sure. The water part is around there. We can go and I show it to you. Just have to come closer. All right. So this part is where we put our water. You can, the camera person can, you can put the camera here so that we can see it very close. So that is where we feed our goats water. This is where we put our water, and the goats feed on this water, because goats need water for digestion. It's very important to have a place where you can put water for your goats. So this is where we put, you see, it's simple as it is. You just put water. If you want to pour it or if you want to clean it, you just have to lift it like this and pour the water so that you can put more cleaner water. So this section also has to be there. You have to make sure you have a place where you put your water from. All right, now we can go and also check out the inside one, and also we can also look at the leak blocks. Yes, all right, hope I'm not a boring teacher, because right now I'm not feeling myself because of something we told you in the last video about my goats passing on. So, but I'll keep on teaching, you understand? So this is the part where this part here I'm showing you the mineral leak block here, because you can see it here. It's hanged. This is where the goats will come and leak wherever they want or whenever they want, because this mineral block, it has all the proteins, all the nutrients that you want for a goat. They say also it helps the goats to go on heat. I've not yet experienced it, but since I brought it, now I'm going to be monitoring to see how my goats will go on heat. So the one you can see in the background here, this is the kids' pen. Yeah, this is the kids' pen where the kids sleep. Sometimes these kids are mostly those people who have a lot of goats. Those people who have a lot of goats, so high numbers, you do not want your kids to sleep with their mothers, because these mothers always fight. They are always squeezing each other. So if they sleep with their mothers, they may squeeze these kids and compress them, and they end up passing on. So that's why we give them their own house, this small house, so, which is raised so that our goats can have their own home. These kids can have their own place where they can sleep comfortably, fight with each other, fight their own size, you understand, than fighting with being in a place where elephants are fighting and the grass suffers, you understand. So make sure you separate them, you understand. So the next part we shall be showing you is the house. just a brief thing about the house. We are inside our goat house. First, someone is calling us to purchase goats. I know that call is for purchasing goats, but can give it to the camera person. So we are in the goat house right now. We are in the goat house. My goat house, like I've already told you, like I will always say, I did a ground house because this was the cheapest for me to do. And because now I'm learning how to manage it, I make sure I sweep it after every 3 days. I make sure that it's clean. We pour Omo to fight fleas and so forth. So your goat house can be like this if you want it to be. Now, this goat house, the width, like I told you, is 15 feet from there up to there. And from there up to the extreme end is 40 feet. So that's how big my goat house is. Now, as you can see these poles here, if you see these poles at the bottom, you can see that I put what we call DPC polythene. You understand? This DPC polythene is stopping, we are trying to fight termites. Because I've seen some out there where we didn't put the DPC, they have started climbing our pole and we have to fight them. So the purpose of this DPC, we put it, we enclose our wood or our pole first inside first you can here, as you can see, inside here, before we put DPC, we put oil. You understand? We put oil. Then after putting oil, we put the DPC and we tie it with nails. So you have to hit nails to tie the DPC. So you tie it around here like this, so that after tying it, you can put it in its hole. The hole where we put these poles it was around 2 feet. Yeah, you remember us, we do not use concrete, we are using soil. So make sure you dig with something that is not wide. You understand, like a spade. Don't dig with a spade. There's what we call in our language, it's like sururu, or it's like a spear. You understand? It's what you dig a hole so that you can use the strength of the ground. You understand? Use the strength of the ground so that the soil that you are adding, the remaining soil that you are putting, is for hardening the pole. So don't use a wide and you dig a wide hole. No, dig enough hole so that dig an enough hole so that you can put this pole and it stabilizes and becomes firm, as you can see. So another thing, like I showed you, can see this is a mineralic block. Then we had to put these iron sheets. Iron sheets are the ones that took most of my budget. So we used around 30 iron sheets. They are the ones that took most of my budget. As you can see, you have to make different levels. You have to first put poles which are horizontal like this. Then again you put poles which are like this. Then again you put other poles which you're going to put the iron sheets. So as you can see up, I don't know, as you can see up these spaces, these are the last poles on top, where we put the nails of the iron sheets. All these things, I saw them on farms, I saw them on videos of people and so forth. So we did this thing with my worker or my partner. I call them my partners. We did it with Watu, and some friend of ours used to come and help us. So all these things, you can do them. Don't waste a lot of money on constructing of goat houses, because you need to buy a lot of goats. You need to get these numbers. And the next house I'm building, when my numbers are enough, it's also going to be a ground house. Me, I'm staying on ground house until maybe I see there's no use for them. But for now, I'm staying on ground houses. So make sure you have these things. We have talked about the water area, the feeding area, the containing area, the house, the kids' pen, and also the gauge, the wire mesh around your house and the exercising area. Remember this, we have to leave this space for ventilation, because goats need a lot of air and a lot of ventilation. So I'll keep repeating such videos so that someone out there can get it, because if you do not watch the previous video, you may watch this video. So I'm going to be posting so that farmers out there can know that let's put our money in purchasing goats. Yes, if your goats multiply and you get more income, you can build these fancy houses. Nobody's stopping you. And remember, if you're building these fancy houses, you also have to invest more in goats. So make sure you have the moolah. You have the moolah to do that. So for me, I advocate for ground houses. Thank you for watching. We remain Kejo Farms. See you. Subscribe. La